If you're listening to this right now, pause everything. Don't scroll. Don't multitask, because what you're about to hear is not just another uplifting message, not just another prophetic reminder, and definitely not another keep going speech. This is a divine interruption, a heavenly broadcast. God is stepping right into your day to declare one thing. Your waiting season is reaching its end. Your defining miracle shift has begun. Before we go any deeper, I need you to recognize the weight of this moment. Agreement with heaven carries authority. Speaking what God says carries power. So right now, before you forget, drop these 4 words in the comments. My miracle is here. When you write that, you're not just joining in, you're declaring over your own life. You're giving your voice permission to echo what heaven has already spoken. You're aligning your confession with what God has already completed in the spiritual realm. Because in the spirit, certain moments carry a different frequency, moments where heaven intersects earth in unusual, supernatural ways. And this is one of those moments. This isn't just a date on the calendar. This is a divine pivot point, a prophetic doorway, the exact moment when everything you've been praying for, believing for, and holding on to in faith starts moving out of the invisible realm and into your reality. But hear me clearly. This shift isn't happening for everyone. It's for the ones who've been tested beyond reason, who've endured delays they couldn't explain, who held on to faith when everything around them told them to quit. It's for the ones who stayed obedient in private, who worshiped through the wilderness, who trusted God even when the lights went out and the path disappeared. If that sounds like you, then what I'm about to say is your confirmation. Your season is turning, your waiting is breaking, and your breakthrough is surfacing. When I say final miracle shift, I'm not referring to a small blessing. I'm not talking about a minor adjustment or a slight improvement. I'm talking about a life-altering, destiny-defining transformation so profound that you'll look back and clearly see a before and an after. Who you were before this shift and who you become after it will not be the same person. This moment is the culmination of every hidden preparation God has been doing in your life. Every setback, every closed door, every tear that hit your pillow, every spiritual battle you barely crawled through. None of it was wasted. All of it has been leading you here. This isn't the start of your breakthrough season. This is the manifestation of what God has been building in silence. This is the harvest of seeds you planted when nothing grew. This is the reward for faith that looked foolish. This is the return on relentless endurance. When I say your final miracle shift is here, I mean the waiting has served its purpose. The tests have accomplished their work. The preparation is complete, and now, right now, God is releasing into the natural what has been stored in the spirit with your name on it. But before I reveal the signs that prove this shift has begun, I need to address something that's probably happening in your life right this very moment. Because if your miracle is about to manifest, you're likely feeling something intense, something confusing, something easy to misread. What you're sensing is what I call the final resistance. It's the enemy's last attempt to make you quit before the breakthrough arrives, and it often shows up in ways that feel overwhelming. Maybe discouragement hit you harder than it has in months. Maybe doubt suddenly resurfaced. Maybe unexpected conflict, chaos, or pressure appeared out of nowhere. Maybe the peace you had feels shaken. Maybe your confidence feels weak, and you're wondering, if my breakthrough is near, why does everything feel like it's collapsing? Here's why. The enemy can see the shift you're stepping into. He knows you're about to enter a level of favor, authority, and blessing that he can't block. So he's throwing everything he has left at you. He's trying to drain your emotions, cloud your thoughts, and weaken your spirit, so you'll give up inches before the miracle hits your life. But what he doesn't realize is this: the intensity of the resistance is the evidence of how close your miracle is. Hell does not fight people who are far from breakthrough. It fights the ones who are inches away. If you're feeling heavy pressure right now, if the resistance seems completely out of proportion, it's because your miracle is so close. The enemy is panicking. So don't misinterpret the warfare. It isn't a sign of defeat. It's confirmation of fulfillment. The night is always darkest right before sunrise. The enemy always rages the loudest right before the victory breaks. And if you're under intense spiritual, emotional, or mental pressure, it's because you are standing on the edge of the biggest and removing your appetite for what won't matter in your next season, so you don't waste energy on things that no longer fit your purpose. You're not becoming apathetic, you're being refined, stripped of what competes with the blessing he is about to place in your life. Before a major shift, God always changes you internally before he changes your external world, detaching you from the old so you're ready for the new. So if you're feeling disconnected from what used to matter, don't force yourself to care. Let it fall away, because God is clearing space for something greater. The sixth sign your miracle shift is near is the rise of unusual dreams and clear visions that feel more real than usual. Dreams you can't shake, images during prayer that stick with you, nighttime encounters where God is giving you glimpses of what's coming. And these aren't vague or symbolic. They're direct previews of your future, showing you places you haven't reached, provision that hasn't manifested, relationships restored, health renewed, businesses launched, breakthroughs already complete. This is prophetic preview, God revealing the destination before he takes you there, so you recognize his hand when you arrive, and so you have something to hold on to during the process. Scripture shows this pattern over and over. Joseph dreamed it before he lived it. Abraham saw descendants before they existed. Peter had a vision before the door opened. Paul saw Macedonia before he went. God always reveals the future before he releases it. So if your dreams are vivid and your visions are clear, it's because your future is close and manifestation is about to begin. And the seventh sign, your miracle shift is here, is the sudden increase of unexpected attacks, challenges in your health, finances, relationships, or peace that appear out of nowhere. Things that were fine last week erupting into chaos now. Situations falling apart all at once. But this isn't a sign your miracle is delayed. It's proof your breakthrough is already moving, because the enemy doesn't attack without strategy. He hits hardest right before the blessing arrives, hoping to wear you down in the final stretch so you walk away from the miracle that's already been released. You've got to settle something deep inside you right now. You are not quitting. You are not backing off. You are not walking away from what God promised. You're going to stand your ground, keep believing, and stay right where God positioned you until your miracle shows up. Then you need to start speaking your miracle out loud every single day. Not just thinking about it or hoping for it, but declaring it with your own voice, because your words carry creative weight. Your declarations carry authority, and when what you speak lines up with what God has already spoken, you release spiritual power that shifts the atmosphere in your favor. And as you consistently declare your breakthrough, you build an environment where miracles can manifest. Next, you must be ready to move the moment God whispers an instruction, because many people miss their miracle simply because they hesitate. They overthink, they second guess, they wait for extra confirmation. They try to understand every detail before taking the first step, and while they're stuck thinking, the door closes, the opportunity passes, and someone else steps into the blessing that had their name on it. So don't let that be your story. When God speaks, obey immediately. When He says go, go. When He nudges you to speak, speak. When He tells you to give, apply, reach out, move, do it even if it doesn't make sense. Even if you can't see the whole picture, because God doesn't show the entire map. He shows the next step. And your job isn't to understand the full staircase. It's to take the step He places in front of you. Between now and November 19th, stay spiritually awake. Keep your heart sensitive to the Holy Spirit. Keep your ears tuned to that quiet voice inside you. And when God prompts you to move, don't delay. Don't argue with it. Don't rationalize it. Obey quickly, because a single act of obedience could be the key that unlocks everything God has been holding for you. You also need to protect your environment in these final days, because who and what you surround yourself with affects your expectation, and your expectation shapes what you're able to receive. Negative, doubtful, cynical voices will drain your faith. Fear-filled content will weaken your spiritual confidence, and you cannot afford to let anything toxic contaminate your atmosphere right now, because you are too close to your miracle to be pulled down by the wrong influences. So surround yourself with faith-filled people. Listen to messages that stir belief. Read scriptures that strengthen your spirit. Fill your space with worship and prayer. Build an environment where miracles feel normal, not impossible. Then you need to practice gratitude before anything even shows up, because thanking God ahead of time accelerates breakthrough. Gratitude is the voice of faith. And when you thank God for what you haven't seen yet, you're declaring that you trust Him, that you believe it's already done. And every day leading to November 19th, you should be thanking Him specifically for the miracle on its way, the door opening, the provision coming, the healing forming, the relationship restoring, the breakthrough approaching. Don't wait for it to appear. Thank Him now, because your gratitude is faith in action. Now here's what you can expect on and after November 19th. This isn't just a date, it's a spiritual threshold, a divine moment marked on heaven's calendar, where what has been held back for you begins to be released. And when you cross into that moment, things are going to start moving quickly. Doors that have been shut for years will begin unlocking. Opportunities you couldn't access before will open effortlessly. Connections that felt impossible will suddenly be within reach, and resources that were scarce will start flowing. And you won't have to chase any of it. The right people, the right opportunities, the right provision will start finding you. Then you'll experience acceleration in places where you've been stuck. Things that should have taken years will happen in months. What should have taken months will unfold in weeks, and what should have taken weeks will resolve in days, because God is about to redeem lost time and restore what the enemy stole. And you'll look back, realizing you made more progress in 6 months than in the last 6 years. After that, you'll start receiving confirmation from unexpected places. People who know nothing about your situation will speak directly to what God has told you. Strangers will echo what you heard in prayer. Random moments will carry divine clarity, and you'll see that God has been orchestrating everything behind the scenes. Then you'll feel a change inside yourself. Your identity will shift, your confidence will rise, a new boldness will settle on you, and you'll walk, talk, and move differently, because you'll know God has acted on your behalf, And that identity shift will change how people see you and how opportunities respond to you. And finally, you'll enter a season where favor becomes your new reality. Things that were difficult will suddenly be easy. Doors that once required pushing will open effortlessly, relationships will smooth out, provision will flow, and you'll realize you've stepped into a season marked by God's unmistakable favor. But understand this, your miracle shift is not automatic just because November 19th arrives. The date marks the moment, but your faith activates it. Heaven releases the blessing, but your belief pulls it into reality. God opens the door, but you must walk through it. So from now until November 19th, build expectation, strengthen your faith, intensify your declarations, and get yourself ready emotionally, mentally, and spiritually to receive something far greater than anything you've ever experienced. Don't let doubt steal this from you. Don't let discouragement get in your head. Don't let the enemy whisper that this is just another empty promise, because it's not. This is real. This is happening. And your miracle shift is already unfolding. God didn't bring you this far to leave you empty-handed. Every test prepared you. Every tear watered the ground. Every prayer built momentum. And now everything is about to break open in your favor. Your final miracle shift isn't a possibility. It's a certainty. Not just a hope, but a decree. Not just something you're wishing for, but something heaven has already finalized. November 19th is when what God settled in heaven begins to manifest on earth. So get ready. Keep your heart steady. Guard your peace. Strengthen your faith and stay obedient, because your waiting season is ending and your miracle is stepping into your life. But listen carefully now, because what I'm about to reveal shifts this message from encouragement into impartation. There are moments in the timeline of your destiny where heaven doesn't simply speak. It intervenes, steps into your atmosphere, and rewrites the very vibration surrounding your life. And right now, heaven is not giving you a message. Heaven is giving you a movement. You're not just hearing prophecy. You're stepping into a cosmic alignment, a divine orchestration, where the invisible realms are converging with your earthly path. This shift in your life goes far beyond what you've been praying for. It's bigger than the blessing you're expecting, deeper than the breakthrough you've been believing for, and more expansive than any dream you've dared to imagine. What is coming to you is not just an answer, it's a recalibration of your destiny. Because when God decides it's time, nothing, and I mean nothing, can stand in the way. And right now, the entire spiritual atmosphere around your life is vibrating at a higher frequency. Heaven is not whispering, it is resonating. Your spirit is picking up signals before your mind understands them. That restlessness you felt, that stretching sensation, that subtle internal shift you can't explain, that's heaven pulling you upward, drawing you into a higher dimension of purpose. You're not being stirred, you're being summoned. The cosmic realm has been shifting for months, aligning events, redirecting energies, repositioning people, and opening pathways that were invisible before. You didn't see it, but heaven has been constructing a timeline that leads you straight into the moment you're stepping into now, and the angels assigned to your life aren't waiting. They're already moving ahead of you, clearing the unseen obstacles, dismantling the spiritual interference, and preparing your environment for what's about to manifest. Your life is about to accelerate in ways that feel impossible. The delay you experienced wasn't punishment, it was recalibration. The silence wasn't abandonment, it was preparation. The waiting wasn't denial, it was alignment. God wasn't withholding, He was building something bigger than what you asked for. And now, The cosmic clock has struck the moment heaven marked for your release. So let me take you deeper into this, because what's happening around you is not random. It's a divine convergence. In the spiritual realm, there are seasons where the veil thins, where the boundaries between the natural and supernatural soften, and your spirit becomes more sensitive, more awakened, more aware of the movements of God. You are standing in such a moment now. The very air around you feels different, heavier with meaning, charged with purpose, vibrating with potential. It's not imagination, it's alignment. And when heaven aligns something for your life, not even time can resist it. Let me explain what's unfolding with clarity. Right now, you are being drawn into a higher spiritual frequency, one where breakthroughs manifest faster, where guidance becomes clearer, where favor flows more freely, and where miracles don't just happen to you, they begin happening through you. Because your shift isn't just about your blessing. It's about your becoming. You're stepping into a version of yourself that heaven has been shaping since before you were born. The version of you that is bold, aligned, unshakable. The version that sees clearly, hears clearly, moves with authority, speaks with power. The version that no longer doubts, no longer hesitates, no longer apologizes for carrying divine assignment. Everything you've walked through, the heartbreak, the confusion, the delays, the detours, the disappointments, have been chiseling away everything that can't go with you into your next dimension. This shift isn't just elevational, it's transformational. Because when God elevates you, He doesn't simply lift you, He changes you. Your identity is shifting. Your internal wiring is shifting. Your spiritual sensitivity is shifting. Your discernment is sharpening. Your intuition is intensifying. Your awareness is expanding. You've been asking for breakthrough, but heaven has been preparing rebirth. And now that the moment has arrived, you will notice the atmosphere around you responding to the change within you. People will sense something different about you. Doors will sense your approach. Opportunities will sense your presence. Even challenges will sense your authority, because the cosmic signature of your spirit has elevated. Let me tell you what this means in real, tangible ways. You'll start receiving divine guidance faster than you ever have. Ideas will hit you suddenly. Solutions will appear out of nowhere. Clarity will come when you least expect it. You won't be guessing. You'll be knowing. You won't be hoping. You'll be walking with certainty. And this clarity won't be fragile. It will be grounded, rooted, anchored, because it comes from alignment, not emotion. Your inner world will settle. Your mind will quiet. Your heart will stabilize. Your spirit will strengthen. This is the calm before manifestation, not the calm before chaos. The more aligned you become, the more heaven accelerates what's assigned to you. And that acceleration is about to begin. But listen closely. Whenever a cosmic shift is activated in someone's life, there is always a moment where the spiritual realm releases a signal, a confirmation that the transition has begun. Some people call them signs. Some call them synchronicities. Some call them prophetic markers. Whatever you call them, understand this. You're about to experience an influx of divine signals, sudden repeated numbers, unusual timings, exact confirmations, dreams with clarity, people coming into your life at precise moments, doors opening without effort, a sense of, I don't know why, but something is happening. It's not coincidence. It's the supernatural choreography of your destiny. Heaven is not subtle right now. It's intentional. You will feel it in your spirit before you see it in your life. And the closer your breakthrough gets, the louder these signals become. They're heaven's way of saying, stay awake, stay ready, stay aligned. Your moment is unfolding. In this shift, you are not chasing blessings. Blessings are converging toward you. You are not pursuing opportunities. Opportunities are being magnetized to your atmosphere because you've entered the phase where what belongs to you cannot miss you. What God has aligned cannot pass you by. What heaven has scheduled cannot be delayed. What has your name on it cannot be given to another. Now listen carefully. The miracle that's coming to you is not a single event. It's a chain reaction. One breakthrough will trigger another. One open door will lead to multiple open pathways. One answered prayer will set off an entire sequence of divine movement because you're not stepping into a blessing. You're stepping into a season of supernatural momentum. A season where everything starts shifting in your favor. A season where the impossible becomes accessible. A season where what once fought you now works for you. A season where heaven releases what earth tried to withhold. Momentum is the sign of divine orchestration, and it's already starting. And now, take a breath, because everything you're sensing internally is about to show up externally. Your spirit has known this was coming. Your dreams have been hinting at it. Your intuition has been whispering it. Your heart has been preparing for it. And now your life is about to live it. The cosmic shift is here. The spiritual alignment is here. The divine timing is here. The miracle frequency is here. And you are ready. And right now, the entire spiritual atmosphere around your life is vibrating at a higher frequency. Heaven is not whispering. It is resonating. Your spirit is picking up signals before your mind understands them. That restlessness you felt, that stretching sensation, that subtle internal shift you can't explain, that's heaven pulling you upward, drawing you into a higher dimension of purpose. You're not being stirred, you're being summoned. The cosmic realm has been shifting for months, aligning events, redirecting energies, repositioning people, and opening pathways that were invisible before. You didn't see it, but heaven has been constructing a timeline that leads you straight into the moment you're stepping into now, and the angels assigned to your life aren't waiting. They're already moving ahead of you, clearing the unseen obstacles, dismantling the spiritual interference, and preparing your environment for what's about to manifest. Your life is about to accelerate in ways that feel impossible. The delay you experienced wasn't punishment, it was recalibration. The silence wasn't abandonment, it was preparation. The waiting wasn't denial, it was alignment. God wasn't withholding. He was building something bigger than what you asked for. And now, the cosmic clock has struck the moment heaven marked for your release. So let me take you deeper into this, because what's happening around you is not random. It's a divine convergence. In the spiritual realm, there are seasons where the veil thins, where the boundaries between the natural and supernatural soften, and your spirit becomes more sensitive, more awakened, more aware of the movements of God. You are standing in such a moment now. The very air around you feels different, heavier with meaning, charged with purpose, vibrating with potential. It's not imagination, it's alignment. And when heaven aligns something for your life, not even time can resist it. Let me explain what's unfolding with clarity. Right now, you are being drawn into a higher spiritual frequency, one where breakthroughs manifest faster, where guidance becomes clearer, where favor flows more freely, and where miracles don't just happen to you, they begin happening through you. Because your shift isn't just about your blessing. It's about your becoming. You're stepping into a version of yourself that heaven has been shaping since before you were born. The version of you that is bold, aligned, unshakable. The version that sees clearly, hears clearly, moves with authority, speaks with power. The version that no longer doubts, no longer hesitates, no longer apologizes for carrying divine assignment. Everything you've walked through, the heartbreak, the confusion, the delays, the detours, the disappointments, have been chiseling away everything that can't go with you into your next dimension. This shift isn't just elevational, it's transformational. Because when God elevates you, He doesn't simply lift you, He changes you. Your identity is shifting. Your internal wiring is shifting. Your spiritual sensitivity is shifting. Your discernment is sharpening. Your intuition is intensifying. Your awareness is expanding.